Hello, everybody. My name is GQ Boy Blitz, and a few days ago, Lumirank just released their third official tier list. So this decides what happens in the new meta of Ultimate, in the current meta. As usual, we got our top tiers, our S tiers, high tiers, A tiers, high mid tiers, B tiers, low mid tiers, Z tiers, low tiers, D tiers, and our bottom tiers. So we're gonna start things off by looking at the low tiers first. So 20 nobody I'm not gonna go through every character all at once, so this won't take too long, but I'll see the important ones. Obviously, to no one's surprise, Ganondorf is the worst character in the game. We all know he's a slow character, he's neutral's bad, he gets combos so easily, his recovery is really bad, he's slow. All he's good at is like tending stocks early, you have his good reads. That's it. You have your players who are dedicated like Major and Shinda Lion in Japan. And Little Mac, I don't think his character's the second worst. Like I would put Little Mac around high D tier if I'm being real with you, but because Little Mac, he has good tech chasing. He's pretty fast. He's really good on the ground. Good combos on the ground. Good cable confirms. KO punch. Good in tournament. And you have players like Peanut, Tarakatori, Limac, and Kyoko. They have some good results and wins, respectable results. And now on to D tier. Dr. Mario is the third worst character in the game. I don't think this character is as bad because I do play Doc myself, but this is the lowest I would put him. Because Doc does have Pill and Grenade and Pill and strong kill confirms. Does a lot of damage, etc. But once again, his recovery is so awful, and he's a very slow character. He has a lot to take care of. Like, it's very scary once you're in disadvantage. Now we have Simon and Richter. Uh, Honestly, I don't think this character. I think this character is fine right there. Like, this character, once again, the trend here. Really bad recoveries. Like, really bad recovery. Slow, pretty precise, pretty difficult to manage. Japan actually ranked them as a single worst character in the game, which is interesting. King K. Rool, I don't think this character is as bad as you think. He has a few stuff like crown armor, as well as, let me lower this volume. Crown armor as yeah. K. Rool has crown armor as well as some good moves such as Nair and forward air burst options. He has good players from Brujo and Lukewarm. We got King DDD up next. King DDD, I think this character is E tier, like the second worst character in the game because for a big heavyweight, he's pretty slow for his. He's not that good at killing, and big hurt box. He has a projectile that everyone can deal with by just hitting it. Villager, the number of shots between him and Isabel, like Isabel is more fluid and well rounded. Like Villager does have a few things like bowling ball and the side B, but Isabel has like better moves like A moves and neutral, like up tilt, an infinite and jab, etc. This is another character like once again Ike fall off is crazy like he's too linear. He's parried. His game plan is basically solved. Zelda, honestly, that's a good spot for her. Like, she's once again her disadvantage is so bad. She has a one-dimensional game plan with the knight, with the phantom. She's light. Me, sword fighter. Another character who people think is underrated, which I do think, because he has some few niche matchups, but it's a me. Like, there are tons of other good swordies like Cloud, like Aegis, like Roy, etc. Now onto their C tiers. So the worst character in C tier is Marth. This had the biggest drop off, which is crazy because I don't think Marth's that bad. I think he's like at least a C plus. low-key a B minus, but I can see why a lot of people rank Marthas low because he's just irrelevant. No one really plays him. There's like similar to me, Swordfighter. There's Roy. There's Cloud. There's Aegis. There's Lucina, etc. Like also the tippers just being inconsistent make it really hard for him to work in this meta. Puff as another drop off is an interesting case. No one really plays them right now, but base mage sometimes goes travels. They have the few niche matchups like Min Min, also, but yeah, not much Puff. I'm gonna skip a few of these. Bowser Jr. So Bowser Jr. is another interesting character because I think this character is definitely better than he is right at in the tier list because you have players like Zap, Widara, and Grits. They have some good wins. Zap needs a few top player wins. Like this character is good. Like he has a discount spin dash, and I think this character should be higher. Isabelle, yeah, once again. Kirby, I'm glad to see him moving up. You have players like Gilhue and Jada. His toolkit is great. His normals, those is just one thing. His mobility is so bad and error mobility. He's so easy to camp and timeout, and also his B moves are not that good either. And inhale is so matchup dependent. Yeah, he has so many bad matchups. Up next, I can talk about that kind of Bowser. Link. I think this character is garbage, like D tier. But about the Gluto Link, yeah, I know the Gluto Link, it does work. Like Gluto is experimenting. Like Link, yeah, he does have the Taz stuff and the bomb and the tech. He can do a lot, but it's an execution test, and in practice, then theory that does sound like a really good character, but in practice, in hindsight, it's not. He's not the greatest character because he's still a tall character who's easy to combo, struggle to get off the easy to edge guard. His nair's still good though. Don't get me wrong. Incineroar in C plus, yeah. This is a good spot for him. Like obviously, the best rep is gone now. So Incineroar rep meta, where does it go now? I'm not sure, but he's right there. And then Lucas, once again, the theory character. He has a lot of potential, but we're not really seeing it from Lucas players. See it? Crom, he has so much going for him. Like he has one of the best things you want in a character. Neutral. Well, kill combos, kill confirms. He's fast. Juggling. There's just one tiny problem, his recovery, and it's so bad. A lot of characters can deal with it. Like if you're getting edge guarded by Little Mac, that's a problem. Like this character could have been good. This is like top tier even, but his recoveries are an embarrassment, man. It's so sad. Banjo Kazooie deserves a spot there thanks to Toriguri. He has a good ear, but still inconsistencies like low damage output, a high risk, high reward Wonder Wing. Lucario's there too. Once again, he's the character that you have to lose to win. And he's cheeses with Aura, camp with it, but you have players like Gachibi doing well with him and getting wins, like especially on Mia. B tier. These are characters who are pretty good. Not pretty good, like good now. Like DK, Donkey Kong. A big jump for him. You have players like Radikusu and Chucky Kong and Mild Naho. They have some really good wins with him, good upsets. Very good in bracket. Kill combos. He's annoying. He's a cheeser. I hate fighting him. Just kidding. Yeah. DK, this cheese helps him up so much in his meta. Like Giant Punch. I hate that move. Pichu. We're in the Pichu Renaissance right now. We got players like Dryby and Nadoryu and Yone P. They get good wins, high aggression in gameplay. Hey, but still, we all know and love he takes damage. He's the lightest character in the game. He's taking so much risk. I honestly think this Pichu's a little too high, if I'm being real. Like, I would put Pichu as a C tier, but this is fine. Ice Climber is one of the most matchup-dependent characters. Like, you need a good bracket to make it in there. But if you have a bad bracket, you're going to be in big trouble, my guy. But you have players like Big D, Sign, and Futari no Kiwami. Byleth, Leia, one of Leo's characters. He's one of my heirs once again. Like slow, swordy, but good moves, decent neutral. And then we got Midaroth, Sephiroth. I think this character is a C tier if I'm being honest, because he has like such slow moves and his frame data is like doesn't help, and he's being a light character. Also, Wing just is just fake. Like Wing, he becomes a good character, but he loses it if he's winning. Like why? But he does have good meta counter pick matchups like Luigi and mainly Luigi is the big one. Inkling, you got players like Shirayuki, good neutral, good damage. Like this is the epitome of a mid tier. If I'm being honest, this is a character that surprised me being this low, and it's Mega Man. Mega Man's a good character. Like I think it's Japan that underrates Mega Man really highly. NA in Canada, we think Mega Man's really good. Like at least an A tier. Like Mega Man has a lot of stuff. He's got power pellets, good combos, item confirms with Metal Blade, good damage output, out of shield. He has bear out of shield. He has edge guarding. Good. He is good against a lot of characters in the game. Like he's decent into Steve, Sonic. He beats Snake. He's like slight against Game & Watch. He's good against Rob. Like Mega Man has a lot the tools to do well. It's only in NA we really have Mega Man, and Kamemi used to play has Mega Man, but we don't see much Mega Man in Japan anymore. Meta Knight's honestly in a good spot. He is a good counterpick character on floaties, and specifically Min Min. Like Meta Knight's like solid. Like I think this character could be definitely be better. It's just, but still, he has his linear neutral of knowing what to expect. Sheik. Honestly, this is a fair drop off. Like I'm not a believer in Sheik whatsoever because, yeah, you have one of the best neutrals in the game. You have a lot of frame data. You can, with good execution, you can do anything. But nobody's perfect. Perfect execution. But nobody's perfect. So there's bound to make mistakes. There's cheese. There's easier characters, and I don't think she's worth it right now at top level. But unless you have a super specialist Sheik player, even then you're not gonna reach like those peaks. Ness, I honestly think this character could be higher, but this is fine. Like Ness has a lot of good players like PK Chris, Gact, and Syrup when he plays Ness. Like Ness is good, buttons good, mashy frame data. Magnet confirms, you know it, you know the vibes. And then B plus Rosalina. Before it was just a buzz, but now we have multiple Rosa players like M Popo in France. He did well at Genesis. There's also Yamadi in Japan. Has some few wins. Like has a few wins over Raru and or Yamadi has beat Yoshinori. Ocha has a Raru and Shuton win. Like Rosalina has some reps. Ken, I think this character could be higher also because you mainly have Jazo, and the main reason people don't think low of Ken is because his combos get ruined by SDI, like, which is true. But there's ways to work around it. Like she's a fast Shoto, being able to dish out good amounts of damage. It's just nowadays we see Ryu as better. Under the B plus, Fat Cat and Falcon. We got more characters here with He's a solid character with speed. Has good combos. He's fast. He runs people down. Like he's a perfect mid tier. Like he has a lot of good strengths, but his weaknesses are he gets comboed easily. His recovery is kind of mid, but the Falcon players are good at recovering with him. So we have but we have players like Jogabu. He's just retired, but we still have Karage. Japan has a lot of good Falcon players, and Japan thinks highly of him. And I think Falcon's pretty good too. I think he's a low high tier in my opinion, which is fine. B plus. I think he could be an A minus because he has some optimized unexplored stuff. Pit, true Fundies character, Zachary, one of my goats. He has basically a solution to everything, a reflector, anything you want in a character, just everything that's solid. There's just nothing extreme or super broken about him, which are a lot of the characters above him. Young Link, I don't believe in this character much because his disadvantage is pretty mid, but he's still like a mashy character, good arrows. He was decent player, good players like Supasemi, Elgo, Kobe. But Young Link, he's really bad at the ledge. His recovery is kind of mid. Oh, the Zelda music came on when I'm talking about Young Link. Lucida, just a solid character all around. Anything you want. It's just fundies. But she got power crept by a lot of the characters above her. But then you had the GOAT Protobanham, and then Mr. E, who's doing well right now. Toon Link is now the best Link, which I so agree with. Like, this character, he's an A tier. Like, he has a lot of stuff going for him. Like, he's fast, he has good ledge trapping with F tilt, edge guarding, he can gimp people, he has bomb recovery, he has bomb combos, bomb fair. Good players from Japan, level 1, and as well as Sigma, who I think he retired, but it's mainly level 1. And like Toon Link has a lot to offer. He's floaty, he's campy, so it helps in this meta. Pokemon trainer. I think this character is a B tier. I don't think this character is really good. Like, sure, you have all the Pokemon to manage. Like, they have a lot of strengths that cover each other, but they don't. They have a shared weakness. They're so bad in disadvantage. Like if they're getting juggled, it's hard for them because they don't have the greatest air speeds. They are really bad at getting off ledge. They get ledge trapped so hard. Like you don't see much PT players. Like you see Quid like once a year do well at a tournament, and then you don't see him anymore because he has school. But good stuff for him. The W school, focus on college. Pac-Man. This is a character I'm also surprising low because I also don't think Pac-Man is very good, but he's definitely a solid A, like at least 5 to 6, 7 spots. But I think it's because of the power crab because Pac-Man is just a worse Steve. Like Steve is there, but he still have players like T playing him, but he's more like a secondary now. And then JDV still playing Pac-Man. Greninja. One of my friends in Discord mains Greninja. This is a good spot for him. Like, good at whip punishing, dash attack, hit and run, decent matchups, good matchup spread. He's like overall solid. Zero Suit Samus. ZSS sucks. Yeah, I think this character is a B tier if I'm being real, but I could understand why everyone put things why she's in the A minus tier because she's a good anti-meta character. Like I think she's still good into Steve, Snake, Game and Watch, and Rob. But then she loses to like so many other characters like Aegis, Diddy Kong, Sonic, Fox, Peach, Joker, Yoshi, Pikachu. Like she loses to a lot of matchups, but you still have if Mars plays the game, he makes Zero Suit still look good, still look meta. Now we got my main Terry Bogard. People are starting to see he's falling off, like because he hasn't been. There's more counterplay developed against him than more advancement of his metagame for Terry. But I think Terry, he's still a little unexplored. When Riddles is mostly focusing on Terry, and he hasn't seen much growth. I still think Terry can do it. He has a lot of even matchups, but he loses to like. He could do it. He has the cheese. He has comeback with go, kill confirms off the wazoo. Me Brawler. This is a cheeser, one of the best cheesers in the game. I hate fighting Me Brawler so much. I have a friend in a Discord server who mains Me Brawler, and this character has like so much potential with his moveset swapping. Like depending on the matchup scene. Like Me Brawler, he has cheese, but it's just that there's not much reps. But you have Kid and Riziazu as well as Fire to Pyro and Yeast. He's mostly playing the Brawler. Shulk, Mr. Potential himself. Yeah, he's still got Monado Arts. He still have Kome, Nico, Jared is King, but Mr. Potential, we still have not seen it. He still has a sluggish frame data, easy to parry, but I still think he's like solid enough where he's like still at a good spot because that's my main's Dr. Mario's worst matchup. So Ryu, honestly, I think he could be higher, but Ryu's here is solely because of Osimo. Like Osimo is one of the goats. He makes Ryu work at top level. Very good fireball, single hit combos, do a lot of damage. His Shoryuken, Tatsumaki, like good kill confirms. That's Ryu. And then we're at the solid A tiers. First off is Hero. This is a character who rose a lot. Because there's Hero's very good in this meta because he's good at camping, fishing for buffs, good tools. You have players like Akakikusu, Beast Mode Paul, and Shion. Like they get good wins. Hero has a lot of good meta matchups like Steve. If he does even against Steve, does fight against Game and Watch, Snake, he loses to Rob. He does fight against Kazuya, Diddy Kong, he wins. Like Hero has a lot. He's a solid matchup spread, and I think Hero could go up more in the future. We'll just have to wait and see. Wolf, this is now the worst Spacey, but Wolf is still a really good character. He has the solution. He has the fundies. He has basically a solution to almost everything. It's just that similar to a lot of funnies characters, he gets power crept. He's pretty solved, but you still have like some tech like the footstool up out of shield. Still good players like Jackal and Ouch, and then Danny also. But Wolf, he's solid. Now we have Falco above Wolf. Falco this character is really good, very good advantage state combos up tilt into cutscenes. Like I play Falco too. I think this character is really solid. You have players like Rarikisu, Matsunabe, and Tilde in NA. Like Falco, he has a lot. Like he has a lot of solutions. You got a reflector, good combos. Like I said, good recovery, but it's still exploitable. But who knows? Falco is good into meta. Like he's good against campers. Japan loves playing Falco. Sora, another potential, but I think this character could definitely go up. People like started writing off the character because Kameme is basically retired, but Sora is basically relying on Rarkior to make the results. But even he's not a solo Sora main because he also plays Cloud. But Rarkior, but Sora, he's got a lot of stuff potential. I think he could move up. Wario in a good spot. Gluttony makes his character still work at the highest level, even though he has so many bad matchups. Like he's like -2 against Steve, Sonic, and Game and Watch. And then Gluttony has wins on all these characters. Like Wario still has the clutch factor with waft combos, and then good at combo game, edge guarding, etc., frame data, airspeed. Yeah, and then you have Corrin. This character, I feel like was a bit overhyped, like a little overrated, and I think this is a good spot for them. Obviously, you have players like Shattuck and Deo producing such good results, but then they haven't been going to much, and Shattuck, his results were not as good as like earlier last year's, but Corrin is still solid. She's just a good sortie all around, like up air, good juggling. Like it's just she's still a slow character, easy to combo, mid disadvantage, decent recovery. Now we're at the high A tier, starting with Mario. He's just a solid all around character, basically a solution to everything. Flood, cape, combos, ladder combos. Those cheese too, a good F smash, upper fair, that Rob stocks early. Sometimes he still struggles to kill. Sometimes like you need to look for an up smash out of shield. Well, you got solid players like Snow, Karama, Dark Wizzy, City the Pooh, etc. Palutena, I have a friend who downplays the heck out of Palutena, and I try to convince this character is still solid. I think this character is still really good. Palutena has good combos with her nair, good walling ability with back air. They're good fundamentals, but I can see why they downplay Palutena because I think she also got power cut where she's like feels easy to fight. More players got better. But then again, she has a lot of tools to invalidate. She's good gatekeeper, fundamental all around. Anyone can pick up and play her. Samus, another easy character that people play. Charge Shot just wins matchups on its own. And Charge Shot is such a good tool to dictate the pace of the game. She's easy to get out of pools with. You got players like Siski, Yada. I wish he came back. And Samus, she's a solid, very good character. Bayonetta. This character should definitely be higher. I'm a big believer in Bayonetta. Like, my friend also downplays Bayonetta. She has a very good burst range with ABK, dash attack, good combos. That ABK that witch twist out of shield that leads to a lot of damage. Kill confirms, ladders off the top. Like, good at planking. Like, she has a lot of good things about her. It's just that her neutral can feel wonky, and also she can kind of struggle to kill a little bit. But she has a very good player base from like Lima, Tamapi Daifuku, Bloom Forever, Geist, Nice Mamo, etc. Luigi, This is one of the biggest increases in the tier list, and it's solely because of Raru. And there's also other really good Luigis like Navy, Waka, and Luigi. Luigi just got top 8, 6th, 5th place at Genesis X GX2, and then Raru at the top 10 season, 6th best player in the world for last season, and then slight drama. But Luigi still has a lot. Like, it's not just grab that leads into death. He has multiple moves that lead into zero. That's good, great combo game, reversals, those like Cyclone, Nair into kill confirms, up B out of shield kills at 40%. Like, his character is stupid, but also his character also is pretty frail off stage. He's like a sitting duck. Like, if he has to side B, it's easy to edge guard unless he gets a misfire, but then again, it's still inconsistent. And he sometimes gets edge guarded. Cloud, honestly, I think this character could also be higher, but because Cloud has that broken movement back air as well as forward air and cross slash limit, just makes him so hard to deal with. Cloud just walls people out for days. He's good. He has a good disadvantage state. His recovery is good. It's not bad. It's not mid. It had great out shield options. Spargo is the current best player in the world. That's why he's there. He should be higher. But sometimes he can still get edge guarded, and he can be easy to combo. But it's Ultimate. Anything can happen. Olimar. I think this character is too high. While I do think Olimar is really good, I think he should be like at least in the A minus or A middle area. Like, I think it's because Japan has so many Olimar players, and Europe, I think they rated Olimar highly because there's no Olimar there, and they get farmed by Olimar. But you got players like Shutan, Uwame, and then Candle in the States. Olimar's basically the Steve before Steve. Like, good damage output, good combos, kill throw, Pikmin toss to deal with camping, Pikmin toss for camping, running away, walling people out. Like, Olimar's good. He still has the weaknesses. He's light. He gets edge guarded easily. He's so bad at getting off the ledge. He gets counterpicked so hard in this meta. Like, Cloud or Hero Olimar is just unplayable. Then we have the top of A tier, who is Roy. Roy's a really good character. He's solid. Jab into F smash, jab side B, double edge dance, kills at 50. Great at ledge trapping. Tech chasing with down tilt. Like, Cola is one of my favorite players ever. When he's hot, he's on fire. Roy feels like one of the best characters in the game. Yeah. And now we're at the S tier, the top tier, starting with Pikachu. I think this character should definitely be higher, like at least top 10, but whatevs. Pikachu, he arguably has a better camping game than Sonic with T-Jolt and can run away, go under the stage, quick attack for whiff punishing. But I can see why he could be lower because he is a light character. He is outrange. He's pretty stubby, so he has to like get in. He can't really space well, if you know what I mean, but once again, you got the players like Shiny Mark repping Pikachu, showing this character has all the top tier potential he has, and then once again Pancakes. Yoshi, this is because of Japan. Japan thinks Yoshi's like top 10. I think this Yoshi character is also like top 15. Yeah, Yoshi, he has pretty much anything you can ask for. Great airspeed, great recovery, good juggling, good damage output. Kill confirms. The only thing he doesn't have is that sometimes he gets walled out by swords. Like, I don't want to play Aegis Yoshi or Samus Yoshi or Cloud Yoshi. Like, but Yoshi can fight Steve, Sonic, Steve, Snake, and Game & Watch well, and Rob. So that's why Yoshi's there. Joker, another character who's very good. Like, he's bottom of top tier. I think that's a very good spot for him. Like, obviously this is Leo's main. In good combos. Arsene still cheats. Gun. Great at killing with Arsene, but sometimes base Joker has a lot. Like, more people have gotten better against him. It's easier to camp Arsene, etc. And then Peach, my girl. Well, a few of my friends main Peach. I love talking about the Peach with them. Yeah, character is busted. Float, turnip, float combos, 0 to deaths. Great neutral. Great disadvantage. Just very hard to play and a dedicated player base. Now we're at the top 10. Fox. Fox is a very good character. I think this character should definitely be higher. Like, I think he's the eighth, but this is a very fine for him. I'm fine with him being top 10, number 10, because sometimes he can get cheesed and edgeguard. He gets cheesed and edgeguarded a lot, and I don't want to admit I cheese Fox players too. Like, Fox is a choose to lose character. You got players like Light, Kananabe. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Light Fox. He's a very solid character. Min. I think this character should be lower, but I could kind of see why. You got Doramigi. He does so much damage. She kills you off stage so easily. Like, she's a crazy character. And then Diddy Kong. I think this character is good. Like, this character is very good. Obviously, you got Tweak, you got Banana, whiff punishing with Monkey Flip, great burst options, combos. Kazuya, I think character is really overrated, but people think that he's so broken because, dude, electric into death, which is fine. But I think people are failing to understand. Like, Kazuya he has a really bad disadvantage state. His neutral seems so mid, but and it seems so like it like you have to his disadvantage is so bad. You could keep him in a juggle state for so well, but like most touch of death characters, he taps you and you die. But yeah, Kazuya's there because you got players like Riddles, obviously, and then T, who's mainly Kazuya now, and then there's also Raki and Wilds. Raru also plays Kazuya. Aegis, good spot for them. I think this character's should be a little lower because they're scary in tournament. They get cheese, similar to Fox. They get cheese so easily by very good players. Also, just like their recoveries are kind of average if I'm being real. But Aegis, I think this character's always been good to me, always very good. Now we're at the Titans of the game, the top five. Rob, I think this character is very good. Obviously, like, can conquer any matchup possible. He has zero to death combos off gyro. Nair just plays neutral and wins the game for you. Like, can play at any range. Transcendent laser, gyro combos, item toss, down tilt, pressure, shield pressure, safe buttons, back air, like super kills. The only problem, he's big. Rob is big, so it's easy to combo him. But he's big, but he can cheat and he can win. The fourth best character, Mr. Game Watch. I think this character is a little overrated. I think he's in a good spot. I think he's like top 5. He's like top 10 at worst, but I don't think he's like top 3 as most other things. Because Game Watch, unlike the other 3 on top above him, he plays Smash Bros more than the top 3 because he actually has to fight you. But he's very favored in those scenarios, like Nair into combo into advantage shade, down throw into advantage shade, up air just invalidates matchups. Up B out of shield just wins. Like, Game & Watch has so many of the best moves in the game. RNG move that kills you at 50 at like 10%. And then invincible up smash. Easy to pocket, easy to pick up and play. Obviously, Mia's the second best player in the world. And then there's Meister also doing well. There's also Ploopy and Monty and Dothia. Now we're at the S+, the top 3 best characters. Starting with number 3, Snake. Hurt is the GOAT. He's one of my favorite players ever. Yeah, but about Snake. Grenades, just control neutral, control the pace of this game well. Dash attack, just burst options to deal with Campake. And Nikita forces edge guards, very good CQC in boxing. Up tilt just kills, is a smash attack. Good out of shield options, pretty powerful. Mini games, C4, stage control, like, Snake's broken, I have to admit. And then number 2, Sonic the Hedgehog. I think this character could be the best character game, but Sonic, I feel like people are starting to figure him out a bit. Like, Sonic hasn't been able to like win as much majors lately, and also has some interesting losses. But Sonic is still Sonic. He can not interact a single time, and you lose the game. Like, simple as that. But Sonic, he's still the second best character game, one of the best to ever do it. And you have Upstock, you know the vibes. Finally, the best character that no one's surprised, Steve. Steve breaks the game, breaks the rules of the game, builds blocks on his own, minecart, wins so many favorable interactions. Like, how you do against Steve? You have a cola, you have syrup, you got a pocket slash on it, and like Steve is the meta. Steve is Steve. He's the best character in the game. No other thing otherwise. And I'm gonna conclude this video. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night.